Bridges stand as pivotal marvels in infrastructure and design, granting us passage over challenging terrains with ease. While their primary purpose remains constant, their designs can be incredibly diverse. From monumental engineering achievements to the quirkiest and most avant-garde structures, here are 17 bridges that will undoubtedly captivate your gaze. Number 17. Canopy Walk, Ghana. The Kum National Park in the central region of Ghana is extraordinarily rich in foliage and is one of the most biodiverse parts of the region. It features a 350-meter-long canopy walkway, which connects 7 tall treetops in the rainforest, positioned 150 meters from the canopy floor. This bridge isn't for the faint-hearted, but it has a modern metal construction with a safety net positioned underneath for added protection. Visitors can expect to see huge varieties of tropical bird life across the jumbo vista. Number 16. Devil's Bridge, Germany, known as Rockets. Boudica. The stunning stone bridge was commissioned by a knight in 1860. It was nicknamed Devil's Bridge due to its miraculous arch form, which was notoriously hard to construct and was thus suggested to have been built by the devil himself rather than by mortal hands. The bridge's parabolic form is designed to be a near-perfect semicircle, so the illusion of a full stone circle is formed when the bridge is reflected in the water. Below. Number 15. Bampo Bridge, Korea. Bampo Dal Bridge is most famous for the Bampo Bridge Rainbow Fountain, which runs along 570 meters of its length on both sides. It's composed of 380 jets of water which spray onto the river, and with hundreds of thousands of LED lights. This bridge illuminates spectacularly at night with rainbow-colored water jets that synchronize to music. During the day, the fountain's configuration makes the water resemble willow branches and leaves. Number 14. Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge is a stunning historical bridge, which was built in the late 1900s. It's certainly not the most impressive bridge in terms of its dimensions, but it's ornate. Twin tower design is sure to be the center of many of London's souvenirs for decades to come. The Millennium Bridge is the newest of London's iconic bridges, and its modern form stretches 345 meters across the Thames. It was once most famous for its rather alarming wobble, which was reported by thousands after it opened to the general public. After analysis, the designers found out that this wobble was caused by the positive feedback phenomenon. The natural motion of people walking on the bridge would cause a small but noticeable wobble, and as people on the bridge gradually adjusted their stride to balance themselves in unison, the wobble would intensify. The bridge was closed for 2 years whilst designers rectified the problem. Number 13. Orson Bridge, Sweden, with a total length of 7,845 meters. This rail and vehicle bridge connects Denmark's capital Copenhagen with the Swedish city of Alma with a raised central section to accommodate sea traffic. This bridge is quite the picture to look at, and its construction has seen the economies of both Denmark's, Copenhagen, and Sweden's Malmö improved considerably, thanks to their much-enhanced connectivity. Number 12. Moses Bridge. The West Broen line is dotted with 17th-century forts, and many were surrounded by moats, which were deep enough to protect from marauders, but too shallow for boats to travel. This bridge, named the Moses Bridge, is rather peculiar because it actually extends below the waterline. Therefore, it isn't really a bridge at all, but rather a trough to compensate for changes in water level. The designers installed a dam system which would redirect excess water to prevent it from flooding over the top of the bridge. It's named Moses Bridge as a biblical reference to Moses splitting the Nile River in ancient Egypt. Number 11. Rolling Bridge, England. At Paddington Basin in London, this 12-meter bridge connects low-lying paths without encumbering river access to the surrounding buildings and offices. Designed by the prolific Thomas Heatherwick, this bridge unfurls via the use of concealed hydraulic pumps. Number 10. Lauwer Hofbrug, Netherlands. Another rather extraordinary example of a moving bridge. This bridge in the Netherlands, nicknamed by some, is the Terminator Bridge or Flying Drawbridge. actually retracts a whole section of road in order to let river traffic through. It does this as many as 10 times a day. Number 9. The Malphite France. This amazing bridge is widely considered to be one of the world's finest, and it was the world's tallest bridge with a high point of almost 350 meters above the ground until China's Deutsche Bridge seized that accolade. In 2016, the Malay Viaduct is still higher than the Eiffel Tower, and with a total length of almost 2,400 meters, this award-winning structure was built by both British and French architects. Over a period of 3 years, costing 400,000 euros, a truly stunning driving experience. This bridge is designed to enhance the route from Paris to the Mediterranean and eventually to Barcelona. Before I reveal the next example, you should subscribe. If you've enjoyed this video, we upload amazing fact-filled list videos daily. Also, make sure to click that bell icon to stay updated, or you'll regret missing out on some amazing knowledge that could have filled your brain. Now let's get back to it. Number 8. Ponte Vecchio, Italy. This gorgeous historical bridge in Florence is noteworthy because of the shops built into its stony construction. This bridge actually first appears in a document dated to 996. The original wooden bridge was destroyed by a flood in 1117, and the replacement, built in stone, was also swept away in 1333. It was finally rebuilt in 1345, and though it's been strengthened since, it's still much the same bridge as it was then formerly Butcher's Line, the bridge's shops, but the current tenants are souvenir sellers, jewelers, and craftspeople. Number 7. Akashikaiko, Japan. This extremely beautiful bridge, situated near Kobe, Japan, is the world's longest suspension bridge with a total length of 3,911 meters, finished in 1998 after a 12-year build period. This bridge had to meet the unique demands of Japan's frequent earthquakes, as well as strong sea currents. 2 million workers worked on the bridge, and it's formed of 1,810,000 tons of steel and 1.4 million cubic meters of concrete. Number 6. Golden Gate Bridge, USA. The Golden Gate Bridge is an internationally recognized symbol of the USA and is one of the country's most important architectural works, crossing the Pacific Ocean between San Francisco and Marin County. It was opened in 1937 and is 1,300 meters long. It was the longest suspension bridge in the world until 1964. This bridge is situated in an earthquake zone, and thus it's a feat of intelligent engineering as well as aesthetic beauty. Number 5. Multnomah Falls Bridge. You only have to glance at this bridge to see that it's a bit special. It provides a viewing platform over Oregon's awesome Multnomah Falls, the USA's 4th highest waterfall. Its 2-stage descent passes below this bridge, named Benson Bridge. Benson Bridge has been damaged more than a couple of times by large boulders arriving from upstream. Number 4. Dutch Bridge, China. In this modern era of bridge building, huge and mightily tall bridges are possible to build with what seemed like next to no supports. China has taken the crown of engineering the world's most impressive bridges and now holds the title for both the longest and tallest bridges. The longest bridge is a stunning 164.8 kilometer long Zhanyang Kanxin Grand Bridge, which forms part of the Beijing, the Shanghai High-Speed Railway. The tallest bridge and the first and only to pass the 500-meter mark is the DOE Bridge at 565 meters above the valley below. Another extremely precarious-looking bridge is the spectacular Stu River Bridge, which passes 1,222 meters over the Stu River at a height of 496 meters at its highest point. Number 3. Siberian Bridge, Russia. This rickety-looking Siberian bridge was initially built for trains, and though it has been replaced, this original wooden structure was left standing at over 1,640 feet long, suspended above the ice-cold Venom River. This bridge is certainly not suited for any vehicle, and yet Adventure seeker Martin Ramis managed to cross it in his Ford Bronco. Next up for the most terrifying bridge is the Ulum Bridge built over the Gilgit River. You only need to glance at this all-wood and iron construction to notice that it's seriously lacking in the safety department until it was damaged by this truck. Policemen were stationed at the bridge to ensure that no one broke the speed limit or exceeded the bridge's max weight limit of 20 tons. Number 2. Tri-Suspension Bridge, Switzerland, overlooking spectacular views of the Swiss Alps. Says this, pedestrian-only suspension bridge spanning 170 meters at a height of 100 meters. This bridge isn't for those who are in the least bit scared of heights. To get to the bridge, you have to take a cable car, followed by a gondola, and finally a 2-hour uphill hike. Perhaps the most notoriously out-of-bounds bridge for acrobatics is the Jiangjaji Glass Bridge, a 430-meter-long bridge with a clearance of 260 meters above the ground. This all-glass bridge is an extraordinary feat of engineering, and it has attracted 80,000 visitors in a single day before. Number 1. Living Root Bridges, India. In northeastern India is one of the wettest places on Earth and hosted an extraordinary tree named the Fica elastica. This tree has evolved sets of roots which protrude from a fairway of its trunk, enabling it to take root over the top of large boulders on riverbanks. The local Kasais tribe realized this tree's ability to grow roots at a height and utilized them to actually grow bridges over the riverbanks by which the trees inhabit by cleverly guiding the roots when the tree is young. The Kasais tribe has created natural bridges which allow them to safely cross the area's fast-flowing rivers. Some of these amazing bridges are over 100 foot long and can take 10 to 15 years to establish. Which bridge amazed you the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and thanks for watching.